when you start to behave differently with food, you also start to enjoy food differently. My name is Marije Vogelzang. I'm from the Netherlands and I'm a designer working with the act of eating. The idea of food design came when I was studying to become a designer at the Design Academy in Eindhoven, and I was wondering, like, why would I make more stuff? There's already a lot of stuff in the world. So I was looking into working with organic materials, and then I came to food. And once I came to food, I realized that everything I make becomes part of you. It goes inside of your body, which is very intimate. But at the same time, it is also addressing so many bigger things like politics, like landscape, like rituals, identity, health, and global health. But it's not really the food or the flavors that drive me, it's really human behavior. So when I think about making a new project, you would think that maybe I think of food, but I always think about human psychology and human behavior, because without the eating human being, food is nothing. Like, food is just a substance. So food doesn't really exist unless we go and eat it. And so I think the emotional aspect of eating and the psychological aspect of a human consuming something, that is really where I draw my inspiration from. It's funny, like, if you think of food, then like people like to look at Instagrammable food, and that all looks really nice and sweet, but actually food is really aggressive. So I brought my new experience, Mind to Mouth, to Atlanta, and it is a rather small food experience. There's not so much food involved, but it's really a way to activate your imagination with food.
Put on your sleep mask and close your eyes. Don't fall asleep. Whisper to your Annie. Hello, Annie. She'll appreciate that.
Essentially what happens is that you are listening to an audio story and you're blindfolded, and you get this little pill box and you're hearing the voice of your own tongue speaking to you, and your tongue will guide you through a story, and the actors of the story are inside the pill box, and then you have to open all the compartments of the pill box and one by one take the actors out, put them in your mouth and eat them, and they become part of the story and they become part of your body at the same time. This here is an earthworm that you are encountering in your story and that you will then feel, but it has a scent as well. So it's, and eventually you wear it later on around your wrist. It has a secret message. Storytelling is really important in my work. I think storytelling is very important in the life of any human being, more important than we realize. We also believe in collective stories that are not even real, but they do influence the way we act in the world.
Insert your finger very slowly, in slow motion, into your mouth, and feel how warm and wet and gentle, let the cream from your sensitive fingertips glide all over my taste buds.
I think what I want to do is I bring one little thing. I don't expect that this would be the whole solution. And the more people are bringing alternatives, then maybe all these little alternatives can become a tipping point to help people to deal with food in a different way. If you think how precious it is that you do have food, you might not waste it so easily.
I just got a whole education that I had not seen coming, and it really has taken me a couple of days to just process everything I've learned, and I just love that talking with these, real international, top thinkers, top level design people. It's thrilling for me.
I felt more connected with my tongue in my mouth and how I was feeling and eating the food. right? I wasn't thinking as much as what I was eating, but how I was eating it, letting that, that dark chocolate, melt in your mouth, let it feel like the inside of your mouth, and then going down your throat, and really thinking about, how is this making me feel right now? What memories am I having?
I was able to relax for the first time in a while. It seemed like a way to escape from reality and just really reconnect with a sense I've always just taken for granted.
What I really hope that people take with them after such an experience is that they realize that food and imagination is something that they can experience on a day-to-day basis. Like when you just eat something simple like an apple, you can just think, oh, that's just an apple, it's something cheap, I just eat it, or is it healthy or not? But you can also wonder, like, wow, this apple in itself used to be a seed, and now it's a whole apple, and potentially it can become a tree again. So what I really hope that people take out of this is to see the magic in food, and when you do that, you also start to appreciate food more, and when you appreciate food more, you will also respect it more and change your behavior.